First news is Virgil van Dijk delivers Anfield crowd verdict after recent Liverpool criticism. Second news is Milo's Kerkez. We executed the plan, the mentality and energy was unbelievable. Welcome back to the LFC Transfer Hub, your number one source for everything breaking at Anfield. Virgil van Dijk said Liverpool and their supporters must work in tandem if the team is to reach its best levels. The response from the Anfield crowd to recent performances has been a major talking point in recent weeks, especially after fans booed Sunday's dismal draw against Tottenham, and Dominic Szoboszlai expressed his frustration that so many opted to leave early. With no Galatasaray fans permitted entry to Anfield on Wednesday for another famous Champions League night under the lights, a week on from the intimidating atmosphere in Istanbul, the focus was very much on what reception the players received from the supporters. On this occasion, Arne Slot's side fed off the fans' intensity and noise, as Liverpool produced arguably the best performance of the season to beat Galatasaray 4-0 and book a place in the quarter-finals. Speaking after the game, Van Dijk admitted the players were buoyed by the passionate response from the supporters. "It's a combination of performance and the fans, they play a big part in that," the Liverpool skipper told reporters. "The fans can probably say if we bring that every week on the pitch then there is no issue, and we can say if the fans bring that every 3 or 4 days then there is no issue either. It is about doing it together. This season, as players, we take full responsibility for a lot of performances when we have not been good enough. But for me, there is no point to speak about it right now after we qualified for the last 8 because that is still a very good thing. There was a lot at stake tonight that was pretty obvious," Van Dijk added. "We had to show how much we wanted it together with our fans who played a big part. For me personally, I played last week in Istanbul and saw how big an impact their fans had on their performance, and it was clear to see our fans played a big part in our performance. We could have scored more goals, but their goalkeeper still had a very good game in my opinion." Despite Szoboszlai's negative verdict on the reaction of certain sections of Anfield on Sunday, Van Dijk opted not to criticize the supporters and admitted he can understand the disappointment that has built this campaign. "In all these years at Liverpool, I've never ever questioned them, and I still don't. There is a reason why there is frustration this season because we had an amazing season last year. We became champions, we had consistent, good football finding ways to win, and this season we have had so many ups and downs dealing with difficult moments, and there has been frustration because we want to perform every 3 or 4 days as well. But it is looking ahead, and that's my main focus." Virgil van Dijk was left satisfied by Liverpool's performance against Galatasaray, but the captain's focus is now on Brighton and Hove Albion. The Reds produced a powerful display to defeat Galatasaray 4-0 at Anfield on Wednesday, a result that earned a 4-1 aggregate victory in the last 16 of the Champions League. A quarter-final tie with Paris Saint-Germain is now in the calendar for next month, but Van Dijk is looking no further than Saturday lunchtime's trip to the South Coast. After the resounding win over the Turkish side, the skipper said, "I think occasionally we have been showing and playing good games but not consistently and on a regular basis, and it's been frustrating for all of us and for the fans as well. But the only thing we can do is keep going, try to improve, and every time you are out there represent the badge in the best way possible. It was a good night. We have been having good performances this season and we haven't been able to build on it the next time. It is very hard, but that's the hardest thing in life, doing it each and every 3 or 4 days. If you do that, you become successful. There's a big chance you become successful. That's what you strive for, that's what we had last year, and that's what we try to reach. But you need multiple factors to go your way, and now don't get carried away. This was a demanding game physically and mentally, and it is down to us to do all the right things to be ready for an early kickoff at Brighton because Brighton away is always difficult." Wednesday night's match was played out amid a textbook European night atmosphere at Anfield, and Van Dijk added, "There was a lot at stake that was pretty obvious, so we had to show how much we wanted it together with our fans who played a big part. I played last week in Istanbul and saw how big an impact their fans had on their performance, and it was clear to see our fans played a big part in our performance. We could have scored more goals, but their goalkeeper still had a very good game in my opinion. It's a combination of performance and the fans, they play a big part in that. The fans can probably say if we bring that every week on the pitch then there is no issue, and we can say if the fans bring that every 3 or 4 days then there is no issue either. It is about doing it together. This season, as players we take full responsibility for a lot of performances when we have not been good enough. But for me, there is no point to speak about it right now after we qualified for the last 8 because that is still a very good thing. Second news is Milo's Kerkez. We executed the plan, the mentality and energy was unbelievable. Milo's Kerkez described the mentality and energy from Liverpool as unbelievable after they progressed into the quarter-finals of the Champions League. Arne Slot's squad set up a last-8 tie with holders Paris Saint-Germain thanks to a 4-0 victory over Galatasaray on Wednesday night. The Reds overturned a 1-0 deficit in the second leg of their encounter with the Turkish Super League outfit at Anfield in impressive fashion. Goals from Dominik Szoboszlai, Hugo Ekitike, Ryan Gravenberch and Mohamed Salah safely sent the hosts into the next phase of the competition. On whether it was the best performance of the season so far. Yeah, it was right up there. I think today the mentality and the energy was unbelievable from every player. We did much better things with the second balls, with the duels and with the fast attack. I would put it also right there. On giving Galatasaray little room to get into the game. It was great energy and second balls, you pick them up a lot and go straight to attack and there are a lot of tackles. Then you get the fans going and the fans get us going. I never felt this Champions League night and it was really special for me. I'm really proud of all the boys. On the players getting the crowd involved in the tie. It was great. I mean, like I say, with every tackle you make, with duels, second balls, fast attacks, it's just unbelievable. I never felt that. The Anfield nights in the Champions League is special. I'm grateful that I could feel it and experience it tonight. On the amount of chances and being close to scoring more. We had lots of chances and obviously also the penalty and everything, and after that also the chances with Flo Wirtz. There were lots of chances, but I think we defended really well and didn't give much away. After that in the second half it was also chance after chance, so we executed the plan perfect. It was a great night. On Szoboszlai's performances. He's top. Good confidence and he gives us a lot. You see when he runs and when he presses. I think he just takes all the guys with him and then he does it all, doesn't he? He's really important for us, so I hope he keeps going, and now we go on to Brighton. On facing Paris Saint-Germain in the quarterfinals. We know they're the champions and they won it last year. A great team, but obviously we're looking forward to it, but we know we have to pick up points in the Premier League, so we're already looking forward for Brighton. On trying to reach the Champions League final in Budapest. We talk about it, but let's see. I think it would be special. I think just take it game by game. If we play like tonight with this mentality, with this courage and with everything, I think we're a really good team and a really tough team to beat, so I hope it would be special, wouldn't it?